All right, so how about this? Because you guys are in the chanting mood, right?
Right.
Right.
Excuse me.
I think you guys know the answer to this question.
We have to remove all the signs with sticks off the property. I'll take care of that for you if you'll hand them down.
We have to remove all the signs with sticks off the property.
For our own protection.
What do we do when they want to frag?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do when they want to frag?
Stand up, fight back!
And that's all about local control, right?
Woo!
And we've got one more speaker on the local control issue. Susie Beiersdorfer, many of you know, she's a geologist and co-founder of Frack Free America National Coalition. So I'll hand it over to Susie.
Yeah, Susie!
Yes!
Hello everyone! How you doing today?
Hey!
Yeah, so we've got a number of issues, but one of the biggest is the local control. Youngstown is working hard on local control. We just found out that our Community Bill of Rights will be on the May 7th primary ballot.
Yes!
To let the citizens decide whether to frack in the city of Youngstown or not. We've got a number of reasons that we want local control. We've had earthquakes, we've had illegal dumping, and we presently have a drilled well out in our Meander Source water protection area that they are just about to frack. We got lots of data on that off the ODNR site. There was a 4-foot vertical split in the casing when they were doing an integrity test. And so our message today to Gerbury and Schiavone was shut that down now. They talked about not having control. Well, we're going to have to take control. So I also want to say we hope to pass this Bill of Rights and follow in the footsteps of Broadview Heights and Mansfield and Longmont, Colorado, and then all the townships and cities across Ohio that have passed different resolutions. So we are all in this together. I want to read one thing that we found when we were talking about our Community Bill of Rights. It is the policy of our government, federal and state, to at all times enlarge the powers of the people in matters of local self-government rather than restrict them. Section 2 of Article 1 of the Constitution of the State of Ohio makes this policy manifest in the following words. All political power is inherent in the people. Government is instituted for their equal protection and benefit, and they have a right to alter, reform, or abolish the same whenever they deem necessary. Go team!
Good job.
Awesome. I'm going to move over here. Okay, so next up, many of you probably know Madeline Fitch.
Yes.
She's an awesome activist from Athens County, Ohio, and she'll tell her story. I will let her.
Oh yeah, let's get our people up there.
Yes!
Appalachia resist!
Hey, can you hear me? Yeah. Pretty well? Okay, thanks for being patient with me learning how to use this. Thanks everyone so much for coming. It's really great to see everybody out here today. It's really exciting to be all working together. My name is Madeline Fitch, and I live in Athens County in Dover Township. I'm part of a group called Appalachia Resist. We're excited to add direct action to the really great mix of tactics that we're all using to fight the fracking industry in Ohio. And we're really proud to stand in solidarity today with everyone who's working in a variety of different ways to fight this industry. So in Southeast Ohio, where I live, there's been a lot of talk about the oil and gas boom, but for us, what that looks like so far is big out-of-state companies like Green Hunter Energy from Texas implementing all kinds of infrastructure to bring toxic radioactive fracking waste from out of state and dumping it in our region because they think we're expendable, they think we're an environmental sacrifice zone, and they think that we won't fight back. They're wrong about that. Probably most of you heard that the U.S. Coast Guard is poised to allow barging of radioactive toxic waste on the Ohio River. When one of those barges spills or leaks, it's going to threaten the drinking water of 5 million people. We don't want to let that happen. We're not going to let that happen. 2 weeks ago, Appalachia Resist was proud to host over 200 activists from around the continent who went to Green Hunter Energy's facility in New Matamoros, Ohio, and held a business for most of a business day to turn several fracking trucks away. The next day, I'm going to switch up. The next day, an industry representative called me up. He was really mad. He called me an activist, and he called me an environmentalist. And he said that we're conspiracy theorists. And he said that there's no water contamination anywhere and that fracking is perfectly safe. What do you think about that? I gave him some statistics from, conspiracy theorists like the USGS that reports that this fracking waste has radioactivity levels 3,000 times higher than safe drinking water levels, and other independent studies and the scientific consensus that really agree that fracking is not safe and that it's devastating to the environment and to our drinking water. But the main thing I wanted to get across to this industry guy is that, yeah, I am an activist, I am an environmentalist, and I'm proud to be that way. And I'm proud to work with other people who are activists, because why did we become activists anyway? The people that I know who have become activists, all right, are people, the person who in Portage County whose water is caught on fire, the person in Athens County who doesn't want an injection well on their land and they say she has no say in the matter, people whose kids are sick and they're tracing it back to chemical contamination. Talked to a dairy farmer outside of Youngstown who has to drink bottled water, his livestock died, and Chesapeake's taking him to court because he won't lease his land. That's why people are becoming activists. In Athens County, the Department of Natural Resources can't tell the difference between activists and members of the general public anymore. And I think that's great. That's what we're going to need to win this thing.
Yes.
I talked to a young woman from Monroe County yesterday. She said she's written 32 letters to her state legislators, and guess how many responses she's got in return? 0. Well, 3. Sorry. That's pretty bad. So right in Southeast Ohio, we're wondering, why does it take our state legislators so long to respond to us? But then when we follow the money, and we see the kind of pressure they're getting from the industry, it's not hard to figure out. So we're here in Columbus today to demand legislator accountability. We ask our state representatives to send us a strong message today. Show us that you will respect the conventional methods of recourse for residents. Show us that when we do what we're supposed to do, write letters, make phone calls, contact you to ask for advocacy, that you will do what you're supposed to do. Respond to the needs of Ohioans rather than to the pressures from industry. Amen. In return, we send a strong message as well. We in Ohio are ready to stand up and advocate for ourselves and our communities, and we're not waiting for anyone to do it for us. If we are ignored by the government whose job it is to protect us, we will not go away, we will not sit down. We are willing to play by the book and hold up our end of the bargain. If our legislators will hold up theirs. But we are not going to plead with you to protect us. We demand that you protect us. And if you will not stand up and protect Ohio residents, we will advocate for ourselves. We are not going away, we will not sit down, we will fight back. Thank you. Yes.